you should involve people outside of Congress, people from civil society, people from other institutions of the state, maybe even from academia. So that the investigation that you're going to have, maybe a truth commission of some kind, would really have the gravitas, what you would call it, the credibility to straighten things out. And so far I've not heard calls to create an independent commission.
The president has mentioned of creating an independent investigating
body.
Yeah. So, are you agreeable?
Well, if it's an independent body, yeah, definitely. But I think that should be more like not just an independent body created by the president. It should be a truth commission that is also independent of the president. Okay? So that we get to the bottom of this problem. I think if the president is really serious about resolving this issue and wants to leave behind a legacy, a solid legacy of addressing this problem, that he should create a truly independent body, with participants from outside government. Outside government.
The academy, the church.
Yeah, the church, civil society.
But no politician.
No, you can still have politicians, because I don't think we should exclude politicians simply because they're politicians, no? Because we do have a lot of good politicians in this country, no? And I don't think it's really fair to say that just because somebody is a politician that he should not be involved in investigations. I mean, you don't have to look very far to see that we've had leaders, local leaders and national leaders, who made their mark. No? And that I think they should be given a role in this investigation. But we should not, we should not rely on a few individuals. I think it should be a body that you should assemble a body of people whose credibility, individuals whose credibility, collective credibility is beyond reproach. Beyond reproach. I mean, for example, you can have from people from the religious sector, not necessarily from the Catholic Church. You have other religious denominations in the country. So we should have them. We should involve them. But this has to be done systematically. And we have to go beyond the spectacle. We have to go beyond this penchant for creating spectacles of these investigations. And then, of course, after so much hair pulling and after so much anger, things quiet down, and then we go back to business as usual. Let's not wait for things to boil over the way it has boiled over in Indonesia. And let's not forget, the Indonesian economy is actually doing well. That's the biggest economy in Southeast Asia. Yet you have passions boiling over. You have a political crisis right now. The Philippine economy actually is not doing, in terms of large numbers, not doing badly either. We are about third, fourth biggest economy. We are, in fact, the fastest growing economy now. Ang aton nga internet economy, ang gross merchandise values ng internet economy natin is $31 billion. Okay? Our BPOs bring in over 30 billion. Remittances, the same. No? There's a lot of money in the system. Okay? So, ako yung pati, strange as it may seem, na hindi mahirap ang Pilipinas. Ang mahirap ang Pilipino.